How your medical ads show an old guy living life well because of X-Drug. He has the best time, the wife is having the best time, and it's all because of the drug making things better. The end of the ad is full of warnings about how this happy drug can potentially kill you and your family, nuke your dog, and make cats impotent. Recap the cliffhanger episode of Life in Alaska before another ad break. Unwatchable TV. I went to SeaWorld with my mom when I was in my mid-teens. Halfway through the show, the performer, not the whale, asked everybody in the military to stand up, and the whole crowd gave them a round of applause. They sat back down, and the show continued as if nothing had happened. Couldn't imagine anything similar happening back in Blighty. Not seeing toilet brushes in hotels. I know room service and stuff, but is my family expected to look at my skid marks meanwhile? That poison ivy not only exists, but it's so ubiquitous. The weirdest thing is that Americans will ask what you are doing for Thanksgiving. Are you going to your family, etc.? When you say no, they invite you to their home. I was a student. My family was thousands of miles away, and I'm happy that the local Cracker Barrel is open and looking forward to a meal there. My professor did that, invited me to his home. I had a good time, but it was strange. I'm meeting his uncles and aunts, and one little girl threw a tantrum. I had to take her to calm her down, etc. It was weird, but also wonderful. In my country, things like this would never happen. You don't bring a stranger to a family event. American that just traveled overseas. I went to a great bookstore in Edinburgh, and the cashier asked if I wanted to sign up for a rewards membership. This led to a conversation about how their CEO or something just took over Barnes & Noble in the States. I stated the closest B and N to me is an hour away, and the other cashier jumped in, saying how easy it is to forget how far apart things are in the States. He was just kind of baffled and said it often blows his mind. I moved 13 hours away from my hometown, and I still managed to be in the same country, which seems like a foreign concept for most Europeans, when in reality I could have moved even further away and still been in the US. On behalf of my wife, what's up with the gaps in the toilet stall doors and no bidet? Car dealerships have huge flags. I don't get why you'd have a flag the size of 10 recreational vehicles. So many roads don't have streetlights. Not weird, but portion sizes are also huge. I struggled with finishing my food sometimes. When you have ads for drugs and half of the ad is telling you how the drug will kill you, while also showing puppies, it's weird. Everything in America is huge. I don't just mean the people or portion sizes, because we all know about that, but the roads, the buildings, the ceilings, the space between everything. America is gigantic. It just feels larger than it does here. I'm Australian, but I've been to Asia, and size-wise it's similar to Australia, and I've seen Europeans say the same about America. Everything is bigger. You can get in a lot of trouble for just saying cunt, English who migrated to the US. Ranch, it is somehow both delicious and revolting, and changes which with every mouthful. A friend of mine asked what ranch was in Texas. The waitress was stumped. Well, it's ranch. Man, I love the southern accent in the States though. Americans are super friendly to the point that I, Australian, thought it was sarcasm or fake. I'm not sure if they find it weird or not, but as a Canadian who has been to a few states, gambling at gas stations in Montana, so damn weird. Free refills. Went to a restaurant with my dad, both German, and all of a sudden the waiter took away my drink with another perfectly good sip in it, and I must have looked pretty shocked. It was only then when my dad explained to me that you guys have free refills. There were a lot of squirrels. There used to be more. There was a war on squirrels back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, where they were such a pest we tried to eradicate them through various methods and had children massacring them in city. Clearly, the fact that there are people to put your groceries in a bag for you. I've never been so stressed and uncomfortable that while I was watching this young girl taking care of my groceries. Hawaiian here, but I never noticed that we didn't have billboards until I moved out of Hawaii. Turns out they're illegal. So that's weird. It's awesome because I get unobstructed views, but still weird. In Germany, how are you? Is an actual question, and you generally only ask it if you know the other person. It was super hard to explain to my mom that the answer is always fine, thank you, and that cashiers don't really care about how you actually feel when we visited the US in '08. You don't put tax on your prices. Why? The amount of times I counted it, the exact amount it said something would cost, only to get to the register and get told that it's actually more. I find it annoying how in America tax is added after you check at the cashier. In Australia, tax is included in the price. If the price says $6, you pay $6. But in America, if it costs $6, it's actually $6.07 or something. I don't know, I just have found it a nuisance. The tipping, it is so weird that it's a requirement instead of a reward for great service. Holy shit. So me and my wife are here for our honeymoon right now. Been here for 2 days, and what I've noticed, your bathroom stalls have like a 3-foot gap at the bottom. Waff. Your food portion size is huge. Walmart is feckin' huge. Everyone wants to talk to us. We're British, so we're used to sitting in uncomfortable silence. We keep making friends. I'm driving for the first time over here. You guys just turn right through red lights. How the feck 4-way junctions work? So far I've been going for it and hoping for the best. Seems like a mad free-for-all to me. I actually really like how driving here works. All the roads are like bob on straight. 10 mile back home would take me 50 minutes. Here it's like 10 minutes through town. Your houses are weirdly unsecure. Like, there is a glass window pane all the way down the side of the door. I could break my hand through and unlock it in all of 3 seconds. The back doors have a tent around the pool, and the rear door is a glass sliding one, single glazed. I could force it open with a toothpick. I ordered chips and got a weird look at a restaurant's night. The waitress brought me some Lay's chips. Bless. That's all I can think of right now. We're staying in Orlando, for anyone wondering. Lemonade made with real lemons, and it's like super sour, but somehow sugary sweet at the same time. In Australia, lemonade is the same as Sprite. So when I was there, my mom and I ordered Jack Daniels and lemonade, and they made it with the real lemonade, and it was awful. It was also weird because they sold pre-mixed bottles of Jack's and lemonade with the real lemonade, but in Australia, you buy the same ones with Sprite lemonade. Free refills was the other big one. Everywhere has free refills as many times as you like. Never seen that before. The rituals for paying after food. Call server, ask for bill. Wait server brings bill. Put card down. Wait server takes care and bill away. Wait server brings back copy. You add tip. Get up and leave. In New Zealand, finish meal. Go to front of the restaurant and pay, then leave. No tip. Bartenders taking your credit card away. Imperial system is weird, but it kind of makes sense. Regular bread in US is disgusting. Thankfully, European-style bread is easy to find.